fits that to a T. I guess one of the reasons why I'm the MC here is because I'm old enough to remember the beginning. And I remember James Cook standing at the doorway of every home basketball game, collecting tickets, greeting people. Just the biggest heart of any of the early leaders in our school, and he took tremendous pride in what he did. He was the chairperson of the Industrial Arts Department at that time. Throughout the years, I can't tell you how many of my friends have talked to me about what a wonderful teacher he was. He was the golf coach. Some of my close friends played on that golf team. Won one of the very first titles in the history of our school. He was an original member of the Boosters Club. And anybody associated with athletics at Tiverton, we probably never say it enough, but knows how important and what a lifeline the Boosters Club has been for us. And I remember, I told you earlier, as clear as day, those early banquets at the Stonebridge Inn and the Coachman Restaurant and all the things that they did for us. And Jim Cook Sr. was a special man in the history of Tiverton High School. And I would like to call upon his son and his family, his son, to come up and say a few words and accept his induction.
Well done. You already said everything. Well, it's an honor and a privilege here to be here representing my dad. My family's here. My sister Nancy, come up from Florida. My sister and their daughter Shannon. My sister Barbara is here. My friend Dennis. My brother David's here, and his wife Maureen. My brother Jack has died 2 years ago. Son Ryan is here. And my wife Donna is here. Well, let's go back 45, 50 years ago. No high school. You grew up in Tiverton. You were a farmer. You went to Durfee. You went to Rogers. Or you went to De La Salle Academy. That were your choices. So growing up, you know, you had nothing to look forward to, no high school, no identity. I went to Durfee, played 3 sports. My sister Nancy went to Durfee, played sports. My sister Barbara went to Durfee, played sports, majorette. Okay. My brother Jack was graduating class of 69, first class of 69. Played football, basketball. My brother David was class of 71, president of student council. Basketball. Could have played baseball, but he was behind some other second baseman. Big weight. So he gave that up. But my dad, he wasn't an athlete. He was a machinist. tool and die maker. He worked at the torpedo station in Newport during World War II. In Tiverton at that time, and you've heard people say it, were really, really big into youth sports. Everybody's claiming they were playing on the Cubs in the Little League. My dad was the coach of the Bears. And, got that junior basketball league started when I was a kid. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the first real basketball coach I ever had was Bobby Murray's dad. That come up, they taught us how to play basketball. It was my dad that was one of the people that started all those youth groups and was actively involved. Well, we knew this high school was going to be built. We were talking about 65, 66 and stuff like that. And now he's like late 40s, almost 50 years old. And he goes back, but doesn't go back. He goes to college. He goes to Rhode Island College, gets his teacher certification to teach industrial arts. So when the school opened in '67, he's teaching. He's a machinist. Now he's teaching, metals. And industrial arts at that time was huge. There were like 6 or 8 teachers in the school. You could have woodwork, you could go to metal, you could build, just about anything. We had an auto mechanic shop down there. It was big. So he was hired to be there. So a year or so later, like somebody said, what was at Tiverton? It was 3 varsity sports: football, basketball, baseball. And then the women, the girls started to talk about having teams. Whoops, need an AD. Jim Cook want to be the AD? Okay. Well, now he's the AD. And he's working in the industrial arts department, full schedule, and doing everything. Involved boosters club, all that stuff, I'm telling you. And back then, with a brand new high school, all you had to do was ask, and volunteers come out of the woodwork. You talk about the lakes, mom and dad, the proposers, and it goes on and on and on and on of people that stepped forward. My dad was just one of them. Original member of the Boosters Club, yep. 72, made a major move. We got a big-time football coach. He went to Woonsocket High School. State champs, powerhouse. Taught Jack McKinnon Sr., Jack's dad, to come to Tiverton to take over the football program. Big move for the school. Organized the varsity club with Jack McKinnon Sr., Phil Wetterland as the basketball coach, and Henry Entwistle was the baseball coach, running the varsity club. Like someone said, he still wasn't doing enough. So, Jim, you want to be the golf coach? Okay. So now he's the golf coach. A year later, need a department chair for the industrial arts department. You want to be that? Okay. So, he's by now he's doing everything. He's doing everything. And I think he stayed with golf 6 or 8 years. He was the department chairman for like 8 years or so of that industrial arts. And, when I walked in here tonight, people said, I am so glad that your dad is being inducted and what he meant to us. Not just athletes, but students in general. You walk around and everybody comes up and says, your dad was everything back then. And, Jerry, the same thing. He was one of multiple people that were, involved with this brand new high school that was going to explode, a great athletic program, and you've heard part of it tonight. And he was there at the beginning. He gave up the AD job after about 8 years. Still coached golf for a little bit more. When he applied for the coaching job for golf, superintendent called him in. He says, "How good are you?" He said, "Well, I shoot in the 70s. That's pretty good. I said, "Yep, 60s is cold, 80s are too high." They still hire him. So, but that's what that was. He had a wit, and nobody else in our family has any wit like that. But we're all wise guys. That's where we got it. Just don't ask him to fix something, because if you wanted a door fixed, then you take a ½ inch off there, it'd be like an inch off. You never taught woodworking. But on behalf of my dad and my family here tonight, and the countless others like himself that got involved, thank you for this honor bestowed upon my dad, James Cook Sr., with his induction into the inaugural Tiverton High School Hall of Fame. Thank you very much.